This one was more difficult, but I think it was fun. This is our top 5 signs that you're getting older. Top 5 signs you're getting older.
That's right.
Yeah.
All in our 30s now.
Well, I'm 35. How old are you?
36.
How old are you, Dave?
I'm 33.
So we're all roughly the same.
Got a young little boy over here. Whippersnapper.
The old whippersnapper. All right, signs you're getting older.
Signs you're getting older.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be better at this one than what I was.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, I don't know. I've had some signs I've been getting older for a while because I played football. Like, I have no cartilage in my knees. Like, aches and pains just are always there.
Mhm.
But, like, that's obvious.
You had
Yeah.
surgery on your big toe, dude.
I had to have surgery on my big toe.
Yeah.
That's right.
That happens when you're older.
So, like, yeah, like my number 5 is hitting them morning stretches.
Okay.
Dude, I hit this I shower every morning when I wake up, and I hit morning stretches, the hammies,
Okay.
the quads, the back, the shoulders. Then I
That's
stretch
great.
the Achilles. I got to stretch because if I don't, I sit in a car a lot for work.
Okay.
I lock up. So like every morning, I'm hitting the stretches,
Dude,
and
Can
it's a must.
Can I call you out for something then?
What's up?
And I know this is you being a coach and on the kids, but that's one of my favorite lines you always say when you're talking about, you ever see a lion
Yeah.
stretch before it goes after a gazelle?
You ever seen a lion stretch before?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Colin's in his bathroom in his robe,
Dude,
hitting them glutes.
I got to
and-
keep that facade up, dude. That's what now before I go to practice, I stretch in the parking lot. So these kids don't see me stretching. And I get out there, they think I'm
Exactly.
spry little
You ready to
kid.
dust.
That's right, dude. Eat this dust. So yeah, number 5, hitting them
That's a great
stretches,
one.
them morning stretches.
Yeah.
All right.
Because who at 18 is stretching in the morning?
Yeah.
Well,
you,
yeah,
You got
I-
to hit them.
yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys stretch as well or no?
I don't.
Am I on my own on this?
I never stretch in the
don't.
morning, but
Probably
if
a
I'm
good
about to
idea,
do
though.
something, like if I'm about to do something physical, yeah, I'm gonna hit some stretches.
That's a good point. I did not do that. When I was when you're younger, you don't. I like if the coach made me stretch, I would stretch. But the coach didn't make me stretch. I ain't stretching.
Now I will say
Jumping
this. I will say that 100%.
Yeah.
I will say this. Yeah, like when I make my kids I coach stretch, I'm basically just doing it like you have to practice stretching for when you're older.
Yeah.
Like you guys don't need
There
to
you go.
stretch. But I will also say like after I hit those morning stretches, I pretty much don't stretch anymore. Like if we're gonna play a pickup basketball game right now,
That's all right.
I just jumping in.
Hit
Like,
it
I don't
once.
It does suck though. Like my knees hurt almost all the time. So like when I gotta like hit like a quick jog somewhere, like maybe I'm crossing the street,
Yeah.
someone's waiting for me, I want to hustle and be courteous.
Yeah.
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's painful. I try not to like, unless I'm gonna get active or like hit a dead sprint. I pretty much just want to walk everywhere.
Where does it hurt? Your knees?
Yeah, I don't have any cartilage in my
Yeah.
knees, so like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
I gotcha.
painful.
Fair enough. All right. So that's your number 5.
5.
which is
Hitting them
hit-
stretches,
Morning stretches.
them morning
good one.
stretches, baby.
Nice.
That's a good one.
All right, Matt. What you got?
So mine is a reminder, and every time I do it, I do the math. We just mentioned our ages, but it's like you talk to a friend of yours from high school or something, and they're like, yeah, so and so is a sophomore in high school, or Steve's driving now, or whatever, and I'm in my head, I'm like, wait, we went to school together. There's no way you have a kid in high school, and then I start doing the math. I'm like, technically, yeah, I could have a kid in high school right now. I could have a kid almost graduated, if I was,
If you got busy when you were 18,
18, 19, 20. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It takes me a minute where I'm like, damn, dude, I guess we are old enough to be able to technically have a kid in high school.
I do have that as my honorable mention because my kid's gonna be a 5th grader next year. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I have a 5th grader, dude. That's
Yeah.
wild.
I know, but think about like right now, I could have a 16-year-old.
Yeah,
That's crazy,
Yeah, that is.
you
Right.
know?
especially
Okay.
coming from
But-
South High, dude.
But I was
Hey.
responsible and waited till I was married to
Attaboy.
make those decisions.
Attaboy.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Good
Thank
work.
you.
Good work. Shout out to Matt.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I appreciate it.
So your number 5 is what?
Having friends that have kids in high school.
Having friends and having kids in high school. All right, cool. My number 5 is a simple one. We've all done it. You make an account online. It asks you your age. You click the year, and you gotta scroll.
Oh, yeah.
You have to scroll to find your
that is
age.
true.
Hey,
bro.
you're hitting that thing like
You're
the
sitting-
price is the right
yeah,
wheel,
you're
dude.
like,
Just-
oh my god, I gotta get going to find it.
Yeah.
That is
It's
true.
back there.
1992 is way further than it used to be. So you hit that scroll button.
Just think if
That
you're
is
tapping
true.
into the
That's-
80s,
I didn't think
dude.
about that one, but that is
Yeah, or like,
Yeah.
you have to choose your age bracket, and it used to be 18 to 24, and then you're like, No, the next
Nope.
one.
Yeah, I gotta
Bump
go
that
up.
baby up.
Gotta
Yeah.
go up here.
That's true. That's a good one. I like that
You
one.
reminded,
Changing
you
age
get reminded
brackets.
of your age.
Changing tax brackets. A lot of brackets.
Yeah, yeah. So that was there's not a lot talking about that one, and that one's just one that,
Yeah.
that struck me. So
No,
that's
good
my number
point.
5.
We all-
Scrolling
we
to
all
find your
concur.
age.
We all concur. I like that
For
one.
sure.
All right, my number 4. You can't sleep in anymore.
Mm.
Interesting.
I'm always been I've never been a good sleeper. Like I've always like operated on like 6-7 hours.
Okay.
And like I'm cool to not have like I can operate on 4 hours. I just been never really a good sleeper. But like now, no matter what, I cannot sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
Even like we send the kids to my parents' house, you know, it's my wife and I home alone. Nope, dude. I'm the max I'm sleeping in is 7 o'clock. Like that's
Yeah.
the absolute latest.
Even if you're staying up till like midnight or 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't. It doesn't matter. Yeah. It does. Yeah. It sucks.
The clock hits.
But like I was like even when I wasn't good at sleeping, like in college, like you stay up late. Like I could sleep in till
yeah. Oh yeah.
you know 10, 9, 10, 11, that type of
Yeah.
thing. Not anymore, dude.
That's a good one.
And I had a lady today, one of my patients we were working with, she had just talked about how she retired. And I asked her, I was like, are you sleeping in? She's like, oh, I sleep in way later now. And I'm like, all right, so what's sleeping in? She's like, well, I used to get up at 4:30. Now I get up at like 5:45.
Oh my
I'm
God.
4:30.
Yeah.
I'm
God,
like, sweetheart, you don't like no, you don't sleep in.
See,
Yeah.
That's interesting because I was thinking that the only reason I don't sleep in is because I can't. But like, I don't know if that's true. Like, can't as in don't have like the time to
Right,
do it.
you're always doing something.
Yeah, but I don't know if that. I think I used to sleep. I used to like my like 8 waking hours was shifted on the clock where I would like go to sleep like crazy late and
Yeah.
stay in bed like
Right.
till like the afternoon. You know, in the summer sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think I can do that anymore.
Now I will say this doesn't ring true for everyone
Mm.
because like my wife, when we were dating, I used to call her Big Sleeper because like on the weekends when she didn't have anything going on in college, she just sleep all day.
Slept.
And she's the same way. She's the same human. Like we got like there's nothing going on. The kids are gone. She'll sleep till 11:30.
Really?
We'll go like
hibernating.
we'll go to bed at midnight or something like that, and she'll sleep till 11:30, 12
Dang.
o'clock.
She's
Yeah.
probably behind like thousands of hours of sleep at this point. So she's probably just catching back up.
I don't think so. I think she's slept a lot her whole life. She just sleeps, dude.
All right, man. I'm
There you
trying
go.
to help her out there. So,
She
you
don't
know,
need help.
I
She
got
likes to
you.
sleep.
Let her sleep.
Let the
Okay.
woman sleep.
Let
All
her
right.
sleep.
All right. Jeez. Yeah.
All right, that's a good one. Colin's number 4, which was
Can't sleep.
can't sleep in.
Mm.
Can't sleep in.
Mm-hmm. So my number 4.
What was that?
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right.
My number 4 is getting my clothes exclusively from Sam's Club.
You did not buy that jersey at Sam's
This
Club.
did not come from Sam's Club.
That's true.
It's the pure authenticated jersey here.
But, bro, Sam's Club and Costco hit
They be hitting.
hard.
They be hitting.
They be
Yeah.
hitting, dude.
So-
the prices are great.
The prices.
Price is right, dude.
That's another sign we're getting old. We're talking about, hey man, those prices are right.
They're right.
You know, they're right there.
Yeah, right.
Right where they need to
They're
be.
correct.
So yeah, you know how many compliments and stuff I'll get. We're like, hey, that's a nice polo, or hey, I like those shorts or whatever. Where'd you get those? And like, I used to kind of be embarrassed because half the time my wife's buying them for me, right? Just bringing them home, and I'm like, oh, cool, man. I like that shirt. She's got better taste for myself than I do, you know. And yeah, I'll be, hey, nice polo. I'm like, where'd you? Sam's Club, you know. And I used to kind of be embarrassed, and now I'm like, and I find out more people, and they're like, yeah, dude, I got my stuff from Sam's Club too. It was just like a statement you would never say back in the day, man.
Or-
you would never tell your friends.
Yeah.
How about, or you see someone out with the same shorts as you or the same
You
shirt.
do. I do
and
see
you're just
that.
like, yo, I know
Yeah.
Mhm.
Connection.
Yeah.
Sam's Club.
Hell yeah, bro.
Okay,
I
I
want
want to
everything bagel cashews while you were there, my
I
man.
want to revisit something.
Okay.
So you say like your wife buys a lot of your clothes.
Mhm.
Like what percentage of your clothes is your wife of your wardrobe is your wife purchasing for you to wear?
Like purchasing and picking for me.
Well,
Let's
yeah.
lump them into like the same category.
Or like you're like she's like, "Hey, I like this. You should buy it." Or she just
Yeah.
comes home with something like,
Mhm.
"Here, I got this for you."
Probably 60%.
All right.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
I think. What do you think?
I think compared to me, it's a gigantic number.
Okay.
But compared to like a lot of men in the world, in America, I'd say like there's probably a lot of dudes that are not too far off base.
Again,
Yeah.
I think it's a high, but I'm not hating on you for it.
No,
So, you know,
no, yeah.
I'm just-
I
I'm
mean,
just
you
pointing
got
out
good
that it's
style.
high.
Yeah, you got good style.
Yeah, it's because of her.
Yeah.
So
My percentage, my wife picks is like right around 0. I buy all my own and I pick out all my own stuff.
okay, but what?
Very close.
But if she's
very
bringing
close to
she
zero.
never brought you home a shirt, or she brings it home and it's not.
I
Not
think my
feeling it.
mom has bought me more shirts since I've been married than my wife, because my mom will buy me like for
Yeah,
Easter, Christmas,
Oh.
whatever, birthday. She's like, yeah, I bought it, and like but I also though like I'll put something on and I think it looks good. I like my fit,
Mhm.
and my wife will be like, not a fan of that sweater. Not a fan. I'm like,
Mm.
and I used to be like, all right, well I'll switch it up. Now I'm just like, no, I believe in my style and my fit. I'm a rock it.
There you go.
I got faith in
Stand
this
on
shirt.
that.
And also
business.
she like just she don't care either. She's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm just giving my opinion. I'm like, all right,
Nice. I love you guys are at that stage.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about
But-
you? What's your percentage?
It's not. I mean, 5 to 10%,
Yeah.
maybe something like that.
They've got that Under Armour. And you still buying
Yeah,
Nike?
dude.
Are
No,
you
dude,
buying?
I haven't bought Nike.
It's
I haven't bought
over?
Nike for like multiple years.
Okay.
But like,
He don't buy Bud Light either.
He doesn't.
but like this, like I find this is what I do. I find a shirt that I like. This is the Under Armour Tech Tee, and I just get the same shirt
You buy 10 of
in
them.
10 different colors. That's
Yeah.
it. I'm not trying to like. I'm not trying to get that, but I'm gonna hold that thought because it's gonna come back up later.
Okay.
Come back up
All
later.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
So yes, my number 4 is getting your clothes
I like where
exclusively.
your head's at. I like where you're,
Getting your clothes exclusively from a box store
There you go.
and not
Nice.
being mad about it or ashamed.
Nice.
yeah, I
Yeah.
like it.
Bargains.
All right. So my number 4, a hallmark of old people, quote unquote, is that they don't want to learn new things. Right? You're trying to show them something new, like I don't want to do that thing. I don't want to worry about this.
Brother.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's not me. I don't, I'm good at learning new things. Well, I found the thing that I'm an old person about that I don't want to learn it. And that is video games nowadays. So when I try to sign in my son to play a game, I can't just put the game in, turn it on, and he can play it. I have to sit here and make 85 accounts and verify my email address and send in this.
Let him
and then
cook.
I have to do this. And then he's on a minor account. So I have to get on my parent account and approve the game to go back on. And then to play split screen, I got to make a second account because you can't just split screen it anymore. And I'm sitting here like, just play the game. I'm literally, non-ironically, back in my day, I put the game in, turned it on, and
Yes.
played it.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to go through this whole garbage. And it makes me so angry. Like, I'm like, guy, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Just play.
Yeah. Pick something else.
Man.
And I realized, I caught myself, I'm like, I'm the old guy now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm the old guy with this.
Yeah.
And that is it. I'm like, that's for sure. It frustrates the crap out of me how these games, you cannot just play them. It makes it such a freaking deal.
I did this with
Oh my gosh.
I did this with V-Bucks where I'm like he's on the Nintendo Switch, but you can get V-Bucks, but the V-Bucks on the Switch had to go through the Nintendo and not the Nintendo shop but so I bought like $20 for V-Bucks that are just sitting in an account because I don't have a console that can use them. So anybody wants those, I'll give you a discount on those. But
You want to know what I did? Because Murphy, all he has is a Switch. Like,
Mm.
I don't play video games as much as you.
Mhm.
My son doesn't play as much video games as your boys. But so like the Nintendo Switch, we had set up this like parental controls thing.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out how to like lock down what I wanted to and this and that. And like it would just shut off on Murphy's because it's like
Mhm.
timer's up or whatever.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
that. I'm like, I don't care. Keep playing. He's like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
So I literally, Murphy made his own sign in. And then I made him, I was like, all right, here's my phone. Now sign it into this thing so I can control. Like I had him do it all
yeah.
because I couldn't. Same thing. You guys bought him a game for his Switch.
Yeah.
And he's like, Dad, I want to play that game. I'm like, tight. Where's the little disc thing? He's
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
I don't know. They just gave me this piece of paper. And I was like, well, how are we going to put this in? And I'm like looking and I try to, it's like, all right, what's the code? I'm like, where's the code? It's on the receipt. I'm like, Murph, where's the receipt? I don't know. I'm like, you know what would be tight? If you just had a disc in a case.
Oh my
And
god.
you
I
could just put
secretly
it in.
felt bad about that one, but we got the gift like the day before and I wanted him to have it,
Yeah.
because I was you could order it with the disc or whatever, or like
Yeah, the cartridge.
little
Yeah,
cartridge.
Oh, they
sure.
they
The
will
memory
give
card.
you one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They exist. You can do it. You can have the physical like memory card, or you can do a
Yeah.
digital download. There's multiple.
But like
ways to
once
do
you
it.
download it, you don't ever have to have the card again.
No, you do. You have to have. I mean, once you put the card in there, you have to have. I mean, I believe you have to have the card in there while you're playing the game.
You guys gave my son a piece of paper.
No. If your game that you use has a memory card,
Oh,
if you
then
choose,
you have to have it in there.
yes. If you choose that
If you
way,
download it.
If you don't,
Yeah.
if you download it, if you only download it, then
Yeah.
yes, you're good. But
It is kind of tight though, because like you can break all your stuff and like buy a new one
and still have
just
it.
sign
Sure.
it in.
Yeah.
I do like that of it.
Sure, there are. I mean, there's
I've-
benefits to it, but it's just.
I was
I'm
hoping.
like,
Did you
this
end up
frustrates
downloading
the
it?
Crap out of me,
No,
What?
I'll get with you off air. I figured out how to do it though.
Okay.
dude.
I
Yeah,
felt bad about that, but I'm like also like, hey, this is a game that I know he'll want and
Yeah.
play,
No, we want to
and
play.
I want to make sure he can play it on his birthday,
Right.
and that was the only option. So
Yeah. Well, he didn't play it on his birthday, so I'm sorry about that.
yeah. We'll rethink that one next time. I'm glad Dave brought this up though.
all right. So that's my number 4, which was video game sign-in
Yep.
nonsense.
We all agree.
All right, number 3.
Hey, we're
Colin.
cruising,
right.
man. I love this.
Oh, I don't know. I think I might be miss or all right, my number 3. Kids wearing pajama pants everywhere, like flannel pajama pants, and also like terrible music, like specifically like mumble rap type stuff.
That's 2.
Well, I'm lumping it in like the younger crowd's
Okay.
stuff now.
Okay, so you're complaining
Sucks.
about the younger generation.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
tale as old as time.
Yep.
And you're
and
feeling
I'm
it.
for sure that way.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep. Like yes.
Your style's crazy. Your music's bad.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
But it's I don't like it because to me it's like it's lazy and sloppy. Like if they had like well like for example, like jeans. The style when we were kids was like baggy.
Yeah.
You know, big shirts.
Yeah.
Baggy basketball pants, basketball shorts, all that stuff. Now it's like skinny jeans, form-fitting shirts,
Yeah.
short shorts, all
Yeah.
this stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm okay with that just because the fashion changed and you're changing with the fashion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't like when it's just like you're slop. You look
You're
like
not
a
trying.
slob.
Mm.
It's 1:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You're grocery shopping with your mom, and you're dragging your feet, and you're wearing
Dragging the feet.
flannel pants. I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah. I think that's just, again, that's just a generational thing.
I know
Because
it's me getting older.
because like I'm sure jeans at one point were like, oh, you're wearing jeans like out. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just always it's just a cycle. Right?
Hey, you know what's funny you say that is my pops. Like I'll wear joggers out like to somewhere like just out like not a
Yeah.
nice restaurant but just out to a restaurant or a family party or something. And
Yeah.
he's like, I show up. He's like, you wearing sweats?
Yeah.
Is what you're gonna wear?
Yeah.
And he's like wearing jeans, and I'm like, dude, my fit looks way nicer than your fit right now.
Mhm.
Yeah. Your
He's like,
Wranglers.
yeah, but he's like, I got jeans on, and you look like a slob. I'm like,
yeah.
these are form-fitting joggers, yeah. And he's like,
It's,
nah.
it's
As-
exactly
that's me.
the
I'm
same
telling you,
thing.
it's me, dog. I know.
I get it.
As he's wearing like his grass
circle of
stained New
life.
Balances.
At the same time, all right. So I go to early morning weights for the high school football team.
Yeah.
I'm helping coach high school football now. These kids, dude, short shorts. I always was team short shorts.
Mhm.
Even when the style was baggy, I liked like the above the knee. You
Mhm.
know, I try to get them as short as I could without being roasted by all my homies.
Yeah.
Nowadays, dude, some of these
Getting
kids,
too up there.
bro,
Getting
they're
too
way
high.
up there.
Way up
And I'm
there.
like
Too
watching
high.
this kid. He's like listening to the coach explain the lifts of the day, and he's just like constantly adjusting his shorts. I'm like, hey, dude, you know what helped that? He's like, what's up? I was like, get bigger shorts, dude. I
Yeah.
can see your leg hairs where the leg hair and the butt cheek hair combine. I can see that now. Do you think the girls like this? Like they don't, dude.
I'd be interested to ask. I know definitely my wife is not a fan of like guys in short shorts. I'd be interested in ask like a younger generation of girls like, hey, do you think that's cute? Like high school girls, college. Like, do you think that's cute when guys are wearing shorts that high? You know,
Yeah.
hoochie daddy shorts is what the
Like
guy
I
at my
said,
work would
I
call
like
them.
short shorts, dude. But some of these kids are taking it to the extreme.
'Cause
I mean,
I don't know, man.
I think this your number 3 is the quintessential sign you're getting older.
It
It is.
yeah.
Maybe
it
it
is-
should have
it
been. Maybe
is
I should have.
absolutely.
You
It is
were
the
passing
one.
the test, man.
It is absolutely like it's the torch is being passed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're passing the
That's
test
a good
for
one.
sure.
So basically, your number 3 is just like complaining about the younger generation.
Young generations.
That's pretty much it, right?
slobs. They're all slobs.
Yeah.
But the ones that aren't slobs, yo, salute.
Salute.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
So that's
You're
good.
number
three.
three.
Now you're number 3.
Yeah. So my number 3 is targeted ads. So we all get targeted ads,
Interesting.
but the specific targeted ads I get is like Hims, hair for hair, like all this stuff, man. Icy hot,
Bro,
like,
you said yourself targeted.
Oh man, they
What's that
found
search
you.
history looking
They
like?
found you.
no, dude.
You left. You should. Hey, leave your phone in your car next time you go to your doctor's appointment because you're like,
I'm
having
about to
some
reset my
troubles.
phone. Yeah, because I'll be on social media, man, and I'm like looking at like
This man said targeted ads and then him.
it's everywhere.
Hey,
It doesn't just pop up.
It
Bro.
does. It does.
Well, no, like so some of them
I'm
are
fine.
So some
I'm fine.
Hey, don't say that.
some of them are targeted, but some of them are also demographically targeted. So like some
Yeah.
of them are individually targeted,
Yeah,
and some are like also they hit a certain demographic.
sure.
So like
Yeah, age.
I'm trying to help you a little bit.
Thank you, Dave.
I've never got a Hims ad. The only like Hims ads
Let me
I
see
hear
your
are
phone.
on podcasts.
Let me see your phone.
Go ahead, dude. Because I will say I disagree with this take. I love targeted ads. I love when I like Google something I'm like trying to look for, and then I'm scrolling through Instagram or YouTube or whatever,
Yeah.
and like an ad pops up of like a
Mhm.
similar thing that I was like, ooh, I click on it. It like it's to the point where I will say it gets a little out of hand because it's like now I get an ad every other
Yeah.
Yeah.
deal, whatever you call it.
But are you saying that you don't like targeted ads, or are you saying the targeted ads that you get are a sign that you're older?
I'm saying both. I'm
Okay.
saying one, I don't like targeted ads. I think
Okay.
it's invasive.
I'm
It's
also
annoying.
team no ads.
Yes. Ads in general are annoying.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to Google to look for a leaf blower, I want that to stay there. I don't want to go on Facebook and then all of a sudden like here's a brand new electric leaf blower. I'm like, no, bro, I didn't come to Facebook to go find a leaf blower. But
Oh, I
understand.
like those. Yeah, I like
On
that.
the second
I
full-
want to know what's out there.
On the second fold of that, the specific targeted ads that I get hit with, it's like I still have my hair. My back doesn't hurt. I
Yeah.
don't need a pat. I don't need a patch that's hot and then cold. Like, I don't need orthopedic insoles. I'm fine. Like, I get all this stuff, and I'm like,
That's funny.
it gets to a point where I'm
But
like,
you did get the free trial of Hims.
but it gets to a point where I'm like, do I need these things? I don't know. Like, it's popping up so much.
See, that's what advertising. That's what
I know.
advertising does,
Yeah, I
right?
know.
It's not like they're not like trying. Some of it is trying to find their demographic, but also they're trying to create their demographic. They're trying to create customers
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
didn't even know you needed this.
Yeah, so I'm like, is Colin searching all this stuff next door, and like I'm not on the train, and now I'm left behind? Like I don't know.
You're using my
I don't
Wi-Fi,
know.
dude?
Yeah,
Hey, how about this? Speaking of ads, my kids, when we watch like something on TV and the commercials hit,
Pause.
my kid,
Pause. Great take. Hold it.
you
Hold
got
it
something
for a
on?
second.
All right,
Yes,
all
hold it.
right.
I know where you're going with
put
this.
That, put
All right.
that
I
thing
know
back
where
in the
you're going for
holster,
this.
dude.
All right, I'll holster that.
Holster that.
It's not
thing.
on my list, but it's coming
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
dude. We're
Okay.
flowing now.
We're flowing.
All right.
All right.
Number
But
3.
you know what ads are great?
What's up?
If you want to advertise with Lazy Dog Media.
Investors could be you.
Yeah.
Where's my camera? Where's my camera?
Yeah, no, I think you're on 3.
Could be you.
Anyway, Hims, you want to add? We'll,
Yeah.
we'll take your
Hey,
advertising.
Hainer
money.
will use it, dog.
Yeah.
Hainer will use it.
Totally unnecessary. So I'm fine.
But our demographic is what? It was like 20. It was like 25 through 44 was our age demographic. So
Yeah.
men. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Anyway, my number 3 is. All right. So when you have kids, sometimes you watch the shows that you watched as a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
As an adult, through the new eyes. Like I'm trying to think of like a show that I watched when I was a kid, like That's So Raven. It was
Home
a,
improvement.
was a big show that we watched back then or whatever. All kid shows. One thing I realized when I'm getting older is I'm watching these same shows, but I start identifying with the parents, and I'm like, you know what? these kids are out of line. Where are the parents at? They shouldn't be up this late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they're unsupervised at this
Yeah.
thing. Like,
How did they leave Kevin several times?
Yeah, it's like what? Like, yeah, you watch these movies and you're like, okay, these parents are terrible. Like, there's no way this kid should be able to get away with this. You know, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it never
Yeah,
even
yeah.
crossed your mind as a kid. Yeah, of course the kid saved the world. Of course, you know what I mean? Like, that's just like, okay, these parents are idiots, kind of thing. And you're like,
Yeah.
So and that's one thing that I recognized when I started watching these shows again. I'm like, I don't know,
Yeah.
different perspective.
You're like, these kids suck.
Do you ever have that
Yeah.
weird moment too where you're watching those where you're like, as a kid, you're watching them and you're like, dude, their parents are like 55 years old. And then you go back and rewatch it now and you're like, dude, they're probably younger than I am in this movie.
That's a
Yeah.
great point.
You're like, these parents are 19.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's something I noticed about myself is like, as a kid, wouldn't even thought about it. It's like, yeah,
Or-
that's perfectly fine.
How about when you're growing up and you watch like older like shows with like older characters, like high school age kids?
Oh my
When you're
God.
like in middle school or whatever,
Yes.
and you're just like, dude, what's it like to be a high schooler? Oh my gosh. And then you look back now and you're like, they have 30-year-olds playing high schoolers.
Yeah,
Like,
Dude,
For sure.
Grease?
yeah.
You ever watch Grease?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everyone's shaving, dude.
There's 45-year-old dudes.
Yeah.
And jackets and rolling around in Model Ts and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
all kinds, like all those types of things. Yeah, for sure.
Another one on that same lines is like as a kid, you see these football players or professional athletes or college athletes, and you're like, these guys are so old. They're so old and big and strong. And now you watch football, watch college football, you watch professional football.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like all of these guys, all of them are 10 years younger than
Yeah,
you.
you're like, hey, this kid's
Yeah.
gonna be
10
good.
years younger minimum.
This kid's gonna have a good
You know what I
career.
mean? But I still think because they're huge, like they're still larger than life figures.
Yeah.
But they're younger than you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's along the same lines. But yeah, my number, what number is this? 3?
Yeah.
Identifying with parents in really any movie, but kids movies or Disney movies.
Yeah.
I
Also,
dig it.
Kevin McAllister's parents, they
needs to be a call.
Yes.
Somebody's got to call DCF.
Child services.
Are you kidding me? Twice?
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah. And the police are like, "This ever happened before?" They're like, "No."
Dude, Donald Trump had to save him on that one time.
Exactly.
Is that how it went?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Something like
did?
that.
Yeah.
It's something like
He
that.
helped them in the lobby, dude.
Yeah.
He was giving them directions.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
It's Lost New York.
All right, my number two.
Number 2.
Two-term president.
This one hit me the other day. I when I stay in hotels for work, stay in like pretty nice hotels. Like, and one thing that kills me is like almost nowhere does they do hotel breakfast anymore. Oh, hot breakfast
Okay.
or continental breakfast.
Really?
You got to pay for stuff.
Yeah.
And
You're
like
staying in the wrong
this
places,
most
man.
recent hotel I stayed at, that's what I'm saying is like I'm staying at hotels that are more expensive than I'd pay for out of my own pocket. So like in my head, I'm like, oh, you gotta have the food included.
Mm.
Nah, they're trying to get everything. Like this hotel I was at, I bought the breakfast package
Okay.
on the company dime. It was like,
Yeah.
and it was like $25. I'm like, oh, this is about to bang. This is gonna
Mhm.
be a banger. I get down there and the lady's like, oh yeah, there's our breakfast bar. You can pick one hot item and one drink. And it's like a fridge of like Gatorades and Starbucks drinks.
Mhm.
And the hot items are like the Casey's or the Quick Trip, like to go sections
Little
that you just
sandwiches.
pick out of the fridge and then you hand it to this lady
Yeah.
and she goes behind the door and microwaves it for you and brings it back out. I'm like,
Ah.
yo, dude,
Yeah.
what?
You're like, no, I want the bin I can open. It's got eggs. It's
Yes.
got bacon stacked on
Yes.
bacon.
But and dude, there's only been like 2 hotels I've stayed in the past year that are like they have the spread, the eggs, the
Really?
Yeah.
the sauces, the bacon,
Those are the
everything
best.
else.
Dude, I don't think I've
Everything
been to
else
one.
just doesn't do it, or they
Wait, the upgrade to it kind of thing, or
no dog. They'll
It's
just
not
like
at
you
all.
buy it, come buy it.
really?
Yeah,
That's something when we go
By
on
the piece.
vacation, and maybe it's just because we're on the cheap. I don't know, but that's what we're looking for in a hotel. So it's one less meal you gotta
Yeah.
buy,
100%.
especially with kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's it. I don't think I've ever been. I don't think I've been to one. Maybe
You get to choose?
Chelsea, like my wife always books it, so maybe she's like always like specifically looking for that.
I know
so
we
maybe
are.
that's what it is. So
I guess
don't
I need
think
to
I've-
look more. But also, I've been to hotels that don't validate parking.
wow.
To keep your car in their parking lot, you have to pay.
Mhm.
and it's like, well,
That's wild.
I'm paying this. Like, I'm living here for a day or two.
Well,
Dude.
where's that money?
Yeah, no, this is on top.
It charges
You're on
for
weird.
everything.
Yeah, you're on weird sites or something, man. I don't know.
I haven't ran into this. I haven't ran into this, but I understand.
Well, but
Everything-
how often do you guys stay in hotels?
Not, I mean, a few times a year.
Handful of times.
Yeah, a few times a year. So
I'm staying in hotels way more than you guys.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What parts of the like you're in like the Midwest though, right?
Kansas,
all Kansas?
yes, and Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas,
Oh,
Nebraska, Missouri.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
Yeah.
I'll catch one every once in a while, but
I'm with you. I mean, I think I agree that's definitely annoying. I just haven't personally experienced it.
because
Bro.
also, dude, when I'm on the hotel, like, hey, calories don't count in the hotel room.
That's
I'm
just
about
science.
to pig out on some powdered eggs and 45 sausage links. That
Oh,
way I
you're
don't gotta
tak-
eat lunch.
You're taking it back to your room? You don't eat down in the
Oh no, I'll eat it down there.
okay, but then you're
It's just in a hotel in general, calories don't count.
Mm.
oh, okay.
I mean, that's again, this is what science says.
Yeah, it's science. dude.
Seriously.
It's science, dude. Once you get over the fourth floor, it's science.
All right, number 2. That was number 2.
Yep, number 2.
What you got?
So mine, it's something I always noticed people doing, but it's when you get in and out of a chair and you make the noise that.
Or you have to like you can't just like sit up, like you gotta swing up.
Yeah, or just sitting down, stretching.
Are you doing that?
I've caught myself starting to do it,
Oh no.
and it's not like I'm in pain. I think it's just like there's
It's
a
a rite
there's a
of passage
setting.
at
There's a
this point.
setting in my system that's like
That clicks on, man.
that
When
it's clicked.
you hit that XP level, it's unlocked.
Because I'm fine, man. Like I'll get up and down, but there's times I'm noticing we're like,
What about stairs?
No, I don't think I'm.
Stairs get me.
See, and again, I'm not paying. My dad does. My dad's always done. I think that's where I got it. Like again, I'm not in pain. I'm same as you.
You're just
I'm not
making
hurting.
noise?
Yeah, I was like,
For the sake of it.
dad going down the stairs, dude. I don't know what it is. I don't know why.
Beatboxing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's the craziest thing because I'll be at my house.
Now that you say that, my dad's like, oh shit, like he's like getting down or like he's running. Shit. Yep, dude. Yeah. I'm gonna start doing it just as
Yeah.
salute.
Let's see if you can
That's a good
catch me
one.
on it sometime. I
That's a
don't
good
even
one.
know I'm doing it, you know?
All right, we're about to get out of here.
Yeah. I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I just thought of another one.
That's a good one.
So, yeah.
That's a good one.
So, yeah, my number 2, making noises when you're getting in and out of chairs and things.
Nice. That's a good one. That's a good one. So this is my number 2 is the callback to what you said earlier. So this is this happens actually in hotels also mostly. It's realizing that your kids do not understand live TV. Like they don't understand that concept.
Yeah.
And that's so like we're at the hotel and they're like, hey, turn on Bluey or whatever they want to watch. And we're like, oh, it's not on. And they look at you like,
They're like, you just always turn it on.
I get it. It's not on now, but you push the button, like you turn it on. Like,
Yeah.
like, no, it's not on. Like, it's not on. There's no channels. It's not on. And they're like, what? That's not like, what do you mean? We have, it's like, so like the idea of like where we wanted to watch a show as it growing up, like it had to be on TV scheduled at a certain time. That's the only time you could watch it. Our kids don't get that, right? They don't understand like, because of the on-demand streaming that they have, they don't understand like the concept of live TV for their shows. Like they understand sports. Like at least my son, like sports is only on at a certain time because it's live. But like a show is not live, you know. So it's that
Dude.
concept. And then that's what you were saying about the
Commercials.
commercials.
I will get to that in a second. I want to piggyback on what you're saying right
Mhm.
now. Have you ever showed your kids the TV Guide channel that scrolls slowly?
Man.
In a hotel, probably.
Next time, do it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was trying to explain to my kids, like we did this in the like they're
Yeah.
like turn on. I'm like, all right, turn on TV Guide channel. And like, what's that? I'm like,
Yeah.
turn it on. I'm like, so what do we do now? And luckily, it was one of the ones like the OG ones that would
Yes.
scroll.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, so this is how I was like, when you're a kid, you memorize your favorite channels like 8, 37, and 46.
Yes.
And so you'd wait, you get 8. Okay, I got that one. And you'd pick between the 3
Yeah.
of which one you wanted. And they're like, really? I'm like, okay, so let's just pretend dad's favorite channel is 32. Like, let's sit
Which was
here.
ESPN. Is that
Yeah,
why you said
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, you nailed it.
Yes.
But I was like, now we're going to sit here and we're going to see if we want to watch mom's favorite channel, which is whatever, made up number,
Yeah.
and dad's. And they're like, okay. And I was like, all right, are we ready? And they're like, okay. They're like, kind of like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
fine. This is boring. And then I was like, all right, hurry up and go brush your teeth. And they're like, what? I was like, I gotta brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Like, but we gotta wait. I'm like, yeah. Do
Yeah.
you see the conundrums in life now?
Yes, and that's
You have to sprint,
dude.
and then you come back, and you come back. You think you got it,
And you
and they're
miss
at 38, and you're like, oh, now you gotta wait till it gets to whatever and roll back in.
I like this game. Channel 64.
that's the Cartoon Network.
Yep.
I'm
Good
with
job.
you. I remember these. I remember
57.
these.
57.
Comedy
Ah.
Central.
57 is BET. Comedy Central is 58.
Oh, 50. Oh, where I grew up, 56 was BET. 57 was Comedy Central.
Ah,
Oh yeah, you were in a different zone.
yeah.
BET After Dark, baby. 56.
Oh, jeez. That's not open that can of worms.
51.
I don't know.
I think
All right.
that was a discovery. No,
I'm
it's-
done with
I
that
don't
game.
know.
I'm over that game.
Jeez.
No, but that was funny. Like you're right about the OG slow.
The
'Cause
scroller.
The newer one you could
You can
choose
get
your
through.
own. Yeah. That's exactly. And they call commercials. They call them ads.
Ads.
They don't
Yep.
call them commercials. They call
Okay,
them
yeah.
ads.
And also, my kids enjoy the commercials.
No.
Dude, brother. I'm telling you, even now on YouTube TV,
Yeah.
like all like, the Santa Claus 2 or whatever, we record it, but it's got the commercials in it. But you can fast forward the commercials. My kids, like we all sit down and watch, like Christmas time, watch the movie. They want to watch. I like start fast forward, like, no, Dad, no, I'm watching it. I'm like, this is an ad for a vacuum. You guys don't care, but they don't ever get commercials.
Exactly. That's the difference. You've been trained your whole life to like the commercials all the time when you run to the bathroom,
Right.
when you start the microwave, when you like
Right.
change your clothes,
Yeah.
get ready for bed.
Right.
They have not. Right? They
No.
they don't have the experience of commercials. So they're like, oh, this is something new,
Yeah.
cool. Like, yeah.
Also, dude, nothing started a fight quicker in my house when the commercial hits and like you have a game plan. Like I'd be with my sister. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get these snacks right here. You get the drinks or whatever. And like my job was always the worst job because I was the little brother, so she would just bully me around. And then the number one cardinal rule of this is when the show turns on, you have to scream as loud as you can.
Yes.
It's on.
Yes, you got it.
It's on.
No man
That
left
way, the
behind.
person knows
Yes.
either hey, abort task, or like sprint. Like let's
Yes.
go, get it together.
Abort the mission.
Yes.
Yes.
Nothing started a fight faster when you'd roll in. You got like the nachos
Yeah, like-
for like you guys to share,
Yeah.
and that they're just like
It's like, bro,
watching. Like
you didn't tell me it was
what,
on?
you're not even gonna say anything.
it's not for
Yeah.
5 minutes. You
Yeah.
didn't tell me.
I'm like,
Yeah.
and like, well, all you missed was it. I'm like, I don't care. Now I'm missing this part. Oh yeah, dude.
That's funny.
Doesn't that seem like a
I-
bygone era though? Like appointment, like if I ever see an advertisement now where it's like NCIS Las Vegas on at 7 p.m. and you're
How
like,
bad was
what?
TV back then? I've watched one of those NCI. Like, dude, we used to
Yeah.
tune in. My mom loved it, and now you watch. It's like the guy's like, looks like he cashed his last check. Who are you?
Yeah.
You're just like, this
Yeah.
is so
Well,
bad.
they didn't have to compete, or they had to compete with less things. Therefore, they didn't have to be as good. Like to grab eyeballs now, you better be really good
right.
to
Yeah.
grab eyeballs. Like they had to compete, but not they had to compete with as much as you do now.
Yeah.
Right. Like it was just like on Thursday night at 7. Like,
Dude.
that's the time. Like,
yeah.
So I'm glad,
Yeah,
I'm
four
glad you
things.
brought this up. Let me ask you something I was thinking about the other day. So TV now, I feel like you can make classic TV shows. Like today, there can still be some like very popular, like, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, all the, what's something, like the White Lotus is like
Hold
really
on. When you
popular.
say classic, what do
Yeah,
you
what do you
mean? Because when I think of classic, I don't think of any of those. Those are like modern. Those change the game.
Yeah.
I think of classic like
Breaking
30-minute
Bad or
spots, Friends, 30-minute spots where every week it's from start to finish is a story,
Yeah.
beginning to end, and then next week, new story, and then next week,
Sein-
NCIS.
Seinfeld.
There was a murder, something happened at the end of the show, the case is solved. Next week, new
Yeah.
murder,
House.
and they never call back like, "Hey, do you remember that time when the like
Yeah.
normal humans?"
Well, I'm
would.
just saying, like when you say like, hey, the most popular or the most classic, maybe classic's not the right word or what I'm trying to say, but the most popular TV shows ever, right? Like what do you say? Friends, Seinfeld, depends on the era that
Simpsons,
you live in. Sure, Simpsons, Breaking Bad would be on there.
South Park.
The Sopranos,
Sopranos,
right? Like all these.
But Sopranos was HBO though.
Sure, but it's still in that arena.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I feel like we're still making those types of television shows where like they will be a cultural reference. There will be a pop culture.
Yeah, of course.
Right. I don't
Yeah.
feel like we can do that with movies anymore. I feel like movies, we just kind of like gloss over. It's just like, oh, it's a good movie. I'm done with that.
It's because I thought we've addressed this in another episode. It's because movies, like, they're running out of ideas now, and they're kind of trash. Because Game of Thrones was a 40-hour long movie.
Sure.
Like that's how we like to consume our content. Most people, I would assume.
Yeah.
So like it's never gonna, like, movies. It's like pretty much like the final whatever,
Yeah.
whatever Wolverine, X-Men, all that stuff is just all
Avengers.
remix of that, because like you can't make those shows about it. It's like we'll just try to make some bangers and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like Black Hawk Down. It's like we don't need 40 hours to tell the story. We'll make a banger of a movie in 2 hours and 10 minutes and be done with it.
See, I think you're right. I think you're actually absolutely right. I love my favorite stuff. Like TV shows I like TV shows better than movies because I can get more. I get more of the story, more of the world.
The character development.
Yes, all of that.
And it doesn't have to be boring either. They can make it interesting.
Yes, like the 1.5 hour to 2 hour like beginning end. It's fine, but it doesn't have the same cultural. It doesn't have the same impact on me. It doesn't keep me coming back.
That's what I'm saying.
I think
Can
you're
movies now have that same impact that they did back? We talk about Scarface and
Movies
and
now
The
I think are the
Godfather.
long form television.
Star Wars, like all these things. Can we make movies now that have that same impact as
Well,
some
like
of
Star
those?
Wars didn't have that big. Like,
yes, it did.
Yes,
I know, but it's
I know.
trash. But it's also
Yeah,
true.
Dave thinks it's overrated.
I agree with Dave.
But that's my point. I think they're starting to figure out, like, hey, dude, like, again, it goes back to some of the things we talked about before, where we're like, where are we consuming this content?
Yeah.
Mostly at home.
Yep.
Where do you have time? Like, I can start and stop something at any
Right.
point.
Yep.
I don't have to be in a theater to do
I don't
this.
think anyone disagrees with you.
Yeah, that
think
is
you're right.
this is something I thought
Yeah.
about, because
I
like
think you're right.
movies now, like, dude, like if some new movie comes out or something, like I'm watching like Den of Thieves 2. The first one was good. The second one's like pretty good, but it's like I'll watch it and I probably will never think about it again, right? And it's like, and I'm not at work, like, dude.
But also, like,
2?
but also like the amount of content that we
Yeah.
are consuming now, like back before, like, you didn't have that much content, right? You didn't have all
Yeah.
this stuff you could be constantly
Right.
watching. So like the movie was it, right?
Yeah.
It was, and it was a
Like,
phenomenon.
what movies
Everyone was
out this
doing
weekend?
it. Yes,
We're
everyone
all
was
talking
watching
about
it.
it.
Now, like a movie is like a little tiny blip on the radar compared to the
All the-
hours and hours and
right.
hours of content that you're consuming.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to have the same impact as it being like 3% of your content, where it used to be 50%. You know what I mean?
Was
Like,
this form of television?
yeah,
You know what's funny? Speaking of that, is like I remember having a conversation with my dad about how like people are always on their phone nowadays, and you kids are always on your phone. Is that which number
Yeah.
one is hilarious because like
And we're
old people are also always on their phones.
mm-hmm.
But I made the point to him because like I was like, dude, you guys did the same thing as just different material.
yeah.
And like you look at like these old photos, like I love like they have like the subway, everyone's reading a newspaper, and like now everyone's I'm like it's the same thing.
Yeah. You
It's
see
just
the dad at the breakfast
Yeah.
table back
the
in the day.
stuff we watch
newspaper.
is way cooler than the stuff
Yeah.
you guys used to.
And
read.
it's, I mean, it's
Lazy
infinite.
Dogcast.
It's infinite.
yeah.
There you go. Anyway, so that was my number 2, which was like basically realizing your kids don't understand like live TV and all the things that go along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 31.
Number 1.
My number one, full disclosure, I kind of wish now I would have put my kids. The new generation is sloppy, and I like to complain about all of them. I wish that would have been my number 1 after how much you guys agreed with me. But my number 1 is I will not wear. I will choose comfortable shoes over like
Oh, I was waiting for this to come
designer
out.
cool shoes. And like I think I have found some shoes like the shoes I am wearing right now. No free shout outs. But I think they're pretty stylish for like tennis shoe running shoes.
Yeah.
And they're extremely comfortable. I'll never wear another this is like the pair of shoes I'm gonna buy forever. But like I'm not gonna tell you because there's no free ads. If they want me to give them a shout out, they could pay for the
Pop
they could pay
those
for the
dogs
spot.
on the table, man. Let's see
But-
what you're working with.
I will say, like, I have a brand new pair of Nike Air Max, like all white Air Maxes
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
that I like a lot, and they look good. I've worn them 3 times because after 20 minutes, my feet kind of hurt, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, this isn't worth it.
Mm.
You know?
Sure.
So I won't like. Yes. How? But like, I that's only shoes, because I'll choose like there's plenty of fashionable clothes
Yeah.
that are also comfortable.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like you don't have to sacrifice for that. But like
Yeah.
shoes, like you like women all the time. Like, oh, my feet are killing me, but they should like. I'm just like, nah. I'm team not doing that ever.
I'm glad you chose this one. I haven't hit that point yet, but yeah, you like, old heads at work and stuff, man, always sitting around like they talk about a new pair of shoes or something they got, you know, they're like, that's the first. They're not like, yeah, man, these are tight, you know, they're this and that. I can run them
They're
out. It's
so
like,
comfortable,
bro, these are the most comfortable shoes, and they'll be talking about that
Yes.
shit for 20 minutes.
Comfort. I
And
also
I'm
think
like-
I also think like I am kind of a product. Like it might not be as bad for everyone because like I had to have foot surgery. I have wide feet. I have no cars in my knees. I have compressed spine. So like
It's a big
if
deal.
everything starts from the feet, the rest of my body feels better. But I used to just not care. I used to not like I'll have back pain and knee pain and be like, yeah, but these whatevers
Mhm.
are dope. You know,
Yeah.
these Air Maxes, these cowboy boots. I used to wear cowboy boots all the time. Now I'm like, kind of like wearing the comfy shoes instead.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Not on fire take, but it
okay.
deserves to be up there.
Go ahead.
So my number one is closed captions on TV.
Yes. I have
Like you use them?
Oh yeah.
I use them on almost
Yeah.
every if it's a show that like I need to know, well yeah, all of them. Pretty much every single show.
So-
I have captions.
So
I have
my
captions on.
journey of closed
100%.
I'll say my journey of closed caption started with, all right, we got a bunch of kids around. We're trying to watch a movie together. People are asking questions. People are, my back hurts. Well, I want to drink, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, dude, hey, okay, yeah. And then you can't hear anything, right? So it's like, all right, I'm reading it, so I'm still following along. The
Mm.
kids then go away. You still got it on the screen. And you're like, okay, yeah. Like, I can't hear what that guy's saying. Something like,
Right.
okay.
Mhm.
And then like a little time goes on, and then like you're somewhere where the closed captions aren't there anymore, and you're like,
You start relying on it.
yeah, you're
Mhm.
relying upon it, man. And it's like,
So you go closed caption for everything now?
oh yeah,
Pretty much.
And you do too?
Not sports. Like
I was gonna
TV
say,
shows
Yeah.
and movies.
Yeah.
sports closed captions not good. It covers up like the whole screen. You
It's-
can't
and
see
it's late.
anything.
It's like
Yeah.
it's late.
It's
Does it bug you if you go watch a show somewhere and the closed caption is not on?
I don't think so. I think it's just more of a setting in my home.
Because I like on the flip, like if someone comes over and they're not a closed caption guy, but you are, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, we gotta deal with these words on the bottom of the screen all
Nah.
the time."
I'm not really in that scenario, right? Because if you're at somebody's house most of the time, it's like for a party or something.
Mm.
It's most time you have like a game on or something like that you're not really watching. I'm not like I'm not like a lot of people's houses like watching
Yeah.
TV and movies, right? So not really, but yeah, definitely in my house. Like if it's off, I'm immediately noticing like, oh, dude, the
See,
closed caption went off.
I 100%. I'm with you. I use those as well. However, I don't think it belongs on this list at all.
Really?
I don't think it belongs on this list.
You don't
I
think that's
think-
an old thing?
No.
I don't. I think it's a crutch now. I think it's a crutch that people
Well,
have. That
I
I feel like what you like when I don't have it on. I feel like I can't. What's going on?
Yeah. What that guy say?
Yeah, I feel like I got myself used to this now, and now like I have to
Yeah.
have it.
But I also
I
know
don't think it's an old person thing.
I don't think it is either, because I also know like teenagers. Like
Yeah.
I watch shows with teenagers. Like I'll be like talking to somebody like, "Oh, I'm watching." I'm like, "Oh, me too." And they'll turn it on and they have the closed captions on. I'm
Mhm.
like, "Yo, hold up, you use closed captions?" Like, "Yeah, you don't." I'm like, "No, I don't."
Well, think about it though. All TikToks, YouTube Shorts,
Words are
what's-
everywhere.
What is it? It's right on
True.
there.
Mm.
I think I remember seeing an article about like why is everybody using closed captioning now? Like I really think it's not
Dang.
it's a phenomenon that we have gotten used
do
to
you
it.
think?
I'm
And
back,
now we're-
bro. I'm a young guy.
Dude,
Yeah,
do you
there you
think
go.
like
man again.
do you
Wow.
think like movie directors like Scorsese is like,
Oh, he'd be,
how
I'm
dare
sure they'd be
you
so
he'd be
mad.
words
Yes.
on my
I'm sure.
screen?
But if I do go to the theater like once every 2 years, I'm like, where are my captions? You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not a big closed caption guy. I use closed captions with any like with shows with accents,
okay.
like Peaky Blinders.
fucking
Like,
blinders.
You got to have closed caption.
I
Peaky
would,
Blinders.
I would like, well, but also here's the
Good
caveat.
take.
Like, I would watch it like because my wife would just go to bed, so I watch it, and she could sleep through, in a train station. So like the TV would be loud
She's
enough.
always asleep.
So she's always sleeping, big
Yeah,
sleeper.
big
So
sleep.
I'd be watching
out.
it. I'd be watching it, and it would be like they'd start shooting up the place or whatever, and she'd be like, "Yo, can we turn this down?"
Yeah.
But I had to have it loud so I could understand
yeah.
them. So like then I started watching it downstairs so I could listen to it
Mhm.
like on 100. But and then I'm like, well, I want to like lay in my bed.
Yeah.
So I would close caption that. So anything with an accent, I close
Fair
caption.
enough.
But closed captions are options too. Like music or something comes on, and it's like
Sing along.
Fireworks by Katy Perry is playing, right? And it's like, okay, now I know the name of that
And
song.
and
I'm learning too.
certain things
right?
I wouldn't have heard. Like it'll say,
Shut up, dude. Shut up, dude.
Was that just a bad example?
Yeah, take that back.
If I would have said Metallica or something, would you feel better?
I don't know, but that was that was dumb.
Come on, man. Am I wrong? If a song's playing and it'll tell you the title of the song and the singer,
"No, you're right."
and I'm
So-
like, oh, cool.
Yeah, because you didn't know Katy Perry fireworks.
I mean, I do that one. But
Okay, was that a bad?
that's
Okay,
a bad
like-
yes, that's what I'm saying.
This
That's a
is
bad one.
21 Pilots,
heathens.
One Republic.
Stone Temple
There you go.
Pilots.
Yeah.
One thing I'll notice, it'll say like some things I won't hear. Right? It'll say engine revs,
Yeah.
and I literally did not hear that at all.
Uh-huh.
Or I'll hear like gunshot, and like I didn't hear any gunshots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So some of the stuff that's more subtle, it'll actually like it'll tell you, and I didn't hear or
Footsteps
notice
from
that.
behind.
Yes,
You're like,
for
ooh,
sure.
you're like almost there.
For
It's
sure.
like you're reading a book.
I'm opposite.
Yeah.
I actually was watching a show the other day, and I was like, I'm really into it, and it said something. I was like, what'd they say? And I rewound it a little bit, and I said it again. I'm like, what? Turn it up. I rewound it like 8 times. I'm like, what is it? And finally, I'm like,
Hit those
turn
CCs, dude.
turn it on.
The CC.
And I'm
Hit
like,
the CCs.
I'm like, oh, that's what he said. I thought it was like, wait, I'm like, all right.
yeah.
The other day, I actually, instead of going to the subtitles, I went to the spoken word and changed it.
Okay.
The kids changed to something on accident, and now the spoken word was in like Chinese. It was in like Mandarin.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can-
so it's dubbing.
It's dubbed. Yeah, you
Dude,
can like dub it. You
There
can
is a
change the actual-
downfall to closed captions where, like, let's say, like I was watching like Shogun, on FX.
Yeah.
Where
Oh, yeah,
they're,
I
they're
watched-
switching back
I
and forth
used-
between Japanese and English and like 4
Oh.
other languages.
Yeah.
Well, they're already putting the subtitles on there, but so you can read it. Well, then the
Oh.
other
It'll
subtitles
cover
are
it
on.
up.
So it's like
It's
Yeah.
covering. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
chaos.
true.
So that's one of the downsides to
gotta
it.
be
Dude, but
smarter.
also that's why I like shows in your room, in your house, because to your point, I did the same thing. I'd have the subtitles on so I could see what was being said, but then they would put subtitles on because it was like part of the
Yeah.
cinematic effect.
Yeah.
I would rewind, turn my closed caption off, watch it tight, pause it, closed caption back on. Dude, I'm okay. Like,
That's a lot of work. Man.
I don't care. I'm in my
Dang.
house.
yeah.
You're
I don't
invested.
care, dude. Yeah, I'm invested in this show. I want it how I want it.
Yeah.
Give it
Okay.
to me how I want it.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah.
Also, hey, one more
Is that
thing.
Burger King?
Closed captions. The first time I saw like a huge divide was Squid Games,
Oh.
because it was a big thing. Like, are you closed captioning it, or are you
Dubbing
turning
it
it
in
to
English.
Are you dubbing it to
Subbed,
English?
not dubbed.
Is that what it
That's
was?
a big thing in the anime community. Do you watch it in the original language with the subtitles, or do you watch it dubbed, which is like dubbed over in English? Also,
Yeah.
in the Quiet on the Western Front, that movie, the war
Yeah.
movie, World War One, it's in German.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like specifically in German, not dubbed. It's German
Right.
with subtitles. So
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I probably I'm more of a dubbed person. Probably like when they dub it over top. I think I'd rather have that than read this.
You know what sucks is I watched the first Squid Games, and I forget if I was closed caption or dubbed. I'm pretty sure I was a closed caption guy because I wanted the emotion
Actual
of their
emotion.
voices.
That's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Stuff.
fair too. Yeah.
But then
I
on
agree.
Squid Games 2, I dubbed it, and I was like, "Did I do this right?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's over now. I'm like, I'm not gonna.
I can't get into dub stuff. Like it
Dubstep?
well, I can get into that, dude. Yeah.
I don't like dubstep.
No.
It's for them kids.
What about house music? Yeah.
You know what I don't understand about music like that is I had a buddy I worked with that's like all he listened to, and I'm like, so you don't ever listen to country? or rap or rock, anything. He's like,
Mhm.
no, this is like it. I'm like, well, like I have a favorite genre too, but when I'm vacuuming the house or cleaning the dishes
Yeah.
with my, I put some country on,
Or it's you're
or early in the, whatever. He's like, no, always dubstep.
It's not. You're not married, right? You don't have to like exclusively listen to.
Yeah.
You're married to this.
Yeah,
you have to
dude.
married to this.
There's also times in the
genre.
morning, man, like 6:30 in the morning. Like that's too early for that music.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
That's
you
the
gotta wake
Is
up a little bit.
I was training him, and so I had to sit in his car and like make him drive me around all day. And it's like, I'm like literally, he picked me up. I'm like, bro, it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
It's 7:30 in the
Can
morning.
Can we just sit
dog.
in silence?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm with closed captioning as your number one.
Mhm.
I don't think it belongs on this list,
Awesome.
but
I don't know if that makes me
I don't know if it's good
feel
or bad,
better or
but
worse.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that one.
I think you're opening the convo for others.
There you go.
Yeah. We got rebounded from hymns.
I don't know about
I
that.
don't know. All right, my number one. Realizing that your style hasn't changed for over a decade, and I there's for most men, they hit a certain age, and their style will never change forever, and it's just the same. And it's like you hit this thing, and it's like this is what you're gonna wear, and they're wearing
Mhm.
that exact same style for the rest of their lives. Women aren't like this. Women will go with the style.
Yeah.
Men will hit an age. Most men will hit a certain age, and they like,
Yeah.
this is it. I'm not changing. I don't care what happens with the style.
Dude.
I don't care what happens with it. I want to wear it like our dads, like the stereotypical dad, like the white New Balance, New
Uh-huh.
Balance or whatever shoes, and in the jean shorts. It's like that hasn't been in forever,
Dude.
but he's still rocking it.
You smacked me in the face with this one. Because like when you're talking, I'm like, I know what you're talking about. I am absolutely not that guy. I'm
I know.
good in fashion.
Because you said it, you said it earlier. I'm like, this
Yeah.
might be a little bit a thing earlier, but
However, I'm real big into like short sleeve and long sleeve button ups.
mhm.
And I'm like, shit, I think I'm just going to wear these. I literally thought the other day, like, I'm just going to like wear this type of shirt the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because
I-
it looks good.
Yeah.
Is this
And I'm like, well, actually,
I would say to Dave's point, I think about this all the time in church when you see the dudes like wearing the suits and stuff. Again,
Mhm.
they're trying to look nice or
Yeah.
whatever, but it's like the baggy around the ankle.
Yes.
They're like bunched
Yes.
up, right? Like they're too long.
Yeah.
Like everything's like loose and it's not like form fit because you can get a nice suit. Like I see you in
Mhm.
suits and stuff, man. Like,
Yeah.
you're looking sharp, bro.
something to my
Yeah.
tailor, bro.
Yeah.
We'll get you right.
But you see those dudes the
Yeah,
older
yeah, yeah.
dudes, like they're
Yeah.
never gonna change. They're
How-
gonna
like-
have that suit the rest of their life.
How about like, yes, they're wearing the AJ Hawk, Michael Jordan, like like those suits, like they're hella
Yeah.
baggy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
yeah,
dude, I 100% agree that you are not this, but I think I've seen it enough
Mhm.
in the world.
No, you're right.
that's why it's my number one.
yeah.
And again,
That's good.
it's not women. Women do not do this.
You're right. And we were in Chicago with my parents and some other family friends from back home. Like we all met up for something, and all the dads are in the corner, and they're all wearing the same. It's like a
Yeah.
uniform, dude.
Yeah,
Mhm.
dude.
And so you're 100% right.
Yeah, they have jeans. Some will wear the jeans with the belt,
Jean
shirt
shorts,
tucked in,
golf shorts,
shirt tucked
My
in.
dad's a big golf shorts.
whatever it is.
shirt tucked
Like,
in.
Might be that like your dad has the same outfit every single time
Yep.
I see him.
Yep,
He
Yep.
loves it.
standing on business, bro.
Again, I'm not hating. He's like, this. I don't care. I like this.
Right.
The way it looks, the way
Right.
it feels. I'm wearing it.
Yeah,
Love it. I respect it. And like for me, these dry fit shirts. I don't know when it was. Maybe like 10 years ago. I was like, I love these shirts.
I love these shirts.
I literally just find it. I maybe switch brands, but it's the exact same shirt, just different color. And they fit well. They're comfortable. I can be athletic in them. Like whatever.
Athleisure.
That is my style.
Athleisure.
100%.
I would love to
So-
see. We just roll up on Dave one day and like he pranks us and he's wearing like loafers and he's got khaki shorts and then he's got what else do you imagine him in like that's way outside of his
You're
style?
you're
Yeah.
describing like Carlton.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I see Colin Colin. I agree. Colin has a good style. He's
Mhm.
good. Every time I see him, I'm like, it's like I can't. I don't know if I
I
can pull that
appreciate
off.
that.
I
I
can try to
appreciate
do that. And I'm like, nah. I'm just gonna stick with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like getting a long sleeve shirt like last year, that was like a big change. Like it was a big style change for me. I got joggers, changing my sweats. I guess that was also like
Oh, because you
a
had
big
like
step.
the big baggy sweats.
Yes, that was a big step
Yeah.
for me, guys. Okay, so
You just made that switch last year?
maybe when we were playing in the same when Murph was on our team, basketball team, whenever that
Yeah.
was, that's when I made that switch.
I
I
noticed.
guess I never noticed before.
You switched up your shorts too at some point, right? Because I caught you outside one day and you had a pair of K-State shorts on, and you look like LeBron.
Yeah,
you look like
that's
LeBron
true.
in 2002.
Allen
Well,
Iverson,
yeah,
dog.
dude. And I was like,
But-
damn, Dave, those shorts
Well,
are
but
big.
some
my
of that's
man.
just like I can't. They don't make that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
I was gonna say I got some
You
hella
know,
baggy shorts
yeah.
that I
Yeah.
wear around the
yes,
house.
I
Hey,
got some-
if I put those on now, it feels
Yeah.
weird, dude. I'm like, these are.
yeah. So that's anyway. Yeah, that's number one.
That's a
dude.
good number one.
Again,
good
like
observation.
I don't know if I'm quite there. I'm still a little bit more open, but for the most part, it's pretty set. Maybe some trimming around the edges, but eventually, all guys hit the point where this is my style. I'm
Mhm.
rocking. it.
Yeah,
Rest of my
no,
life.
that's
It's funny. I did think of one more honorable mention while we were talking, and it was the switch from bragging about spending money to
Yeah.
bragging about saving money.
Yes.
It's like
We've talked about
it's like a
this.
literal 180 degree flip flop.
Yeah.
Like when you're young, you're like, bro, like I got these new shoes. They're like 150, 200 bucks. Like you're bragging about how much money they spent.
Oh yeah.
But now it's literally the opposite. You do not, if you got something cool or nice, you literally, what's the first thing you say about it? I got a great deal.
You got a great
I
deal.
saved
You got
so much money.
fishing for the deal.
Like you never, nobody ever is like,
All right,
If you pay full price
Nobody.
for something, you're gonna get roasted.
nobody's ever like, hey man, I just spent $50,000 on my car.
yeah,
Like
'cause
no one says
right.
that. No
you,
one.
you know what the woman equivalent is this?
What?
Of this is? Bringing a dish to a get together, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, this is so amazing!" Like, "Oh, it's so easy. Let me give you." It's like I
Mhm.
told Teresa, I'm like, "Tell everyone that you spent hours on this."
Yeah.
And everyone will appreciate that much. She's like,
Yeah.
and every woman does it.
Yeah.
Anytime all of our wives and all our friends get together, like, oh my gosh, this is so like, oh, it's so easy. It's
Yeah.
just this.
Oh,
and
it's
this
from a
and-
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
like,
4 ingredients, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 4.
I guess maybe it's just the idea of like humility. You get older, you don't want to be braggy, you don't want to be like arrogant, or I don't know what
you
it
don't
is.
wanna go, hey, work's going pretty well, and
Yeah, like I just don't know what it is, but like that.
My wife still hates when we do that.
Yeah.
She hates it.
it's,
it's
does
not
she
dead
still
yet.
not get it?
It's not dead.
No,
yet.
she gets it.
Okay.
But she just doesn't like
My
it.
favorite is when people outside of our group start saying that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, different people. Like, I think I caught Miles saying it one day.
Yeah.
I got one thing about your wife. The big sleep is a great.
The
nickname.
pigs.
Big sleeper.
I think that's what for the rest of the time. if I refer to your wife on the podcast,
I like calling people nick. Like my
It's
favorite
gonna be
name
that
is the war chief. She's the war
the war
chief.
chief.
Yeah.
Hey, let me check with the war chief real quick. Like everyone loves her.
Yeah.
T Mac, call her that a lot.
That's a cool name.
But big sleeper, dude. Hey, you can have that one. You can use it. She'll respond.
Big sleeper.
Hey, and you know what, dude? We got mini sleeper. My daughter Reagan,
Yeah.
she baseball tournament all weekend.
Mm.
Brother, she slept for 5 hours in the sun, in a blanket in a chair. I'm like, this is a
Really?
bit, right? I'm
5
like,
hours?
I'm looking at my wife. I'm like, this is a bit. Maybe not 5, 3, whatever.
Yeah. Any amount of time.
Two little kid baseball games. You know,
Yeah.
hour. Yeah, so
Outside?
like, yeah, outside. I'm just like, look. I'm like, babe, this is a bit, right?
Big
Like
sleeper.
she's doing mini sleeper, dude,
Mini sleeper.
letting it rip.
I had a
Nice.
couple of honorable mentions. One of them, like my desire to meet new people and make new friends.
It's gone.
This is not there.
Yeah.
I need
I-
0 new friends.
I don't need it. I already have the friends I have.
Yeah,
I know the people I know. I don't need to know
Yeah.
anybody else.
I don't need any.
I'm
friends.
good.
I agree with you on that one. However, I've met you specifically
That's true.
within the last 5 years
yeah.
of my life, or ish, something like that.
Yeah.
So like that's
But
and even
no,
you,
that
Colin,
doesn't count. That doesn't count.
even you, Colin, has been like 7 years.
Yeah, but
maybe
neither
8
of these
years?
count. He's
They don't
talking
count.
about like finding new friends or like actively going
Like
to a
going
bar and
out
like,
of my
hey, what's
way.
up, buddy?
Okay.
We met by circumstance.
Yeah, I was gonna say we met because our wives were friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
You met him because we moved in next door to him.
Yeah.
And you were hanging out with me, and
Like
I was like, hey, this
Baseball
guy's
team.
cool.
He's on the baseball team.
Baseball team, whatever.
Like if,
yeah.
if Ashley came home and said, "Hey, I got this new girl at work and she's really cool and her husband, he's fun. Like, let's go over to their house and have dinner or whatever. I'd be like, no, I don't need to know him. He could be the coolest guy.
Does your wife try to pull that?
No, never.
I was gonna say.
No,
I was gonna say the
this
type
is
thing
a-
about my wife is she's like, I don't like people. She's like, my circle's tight.
But yeah, I'm just like, I'm good. Like that guy could be the coolest guy ever, and I'd be like, nah, man, that's just that's a pass for me.
That's funny.
You know what's weird is I don't want any new friends. I'm with you there.
Yeah,
I talk to everybody, dude. I have conversations with anyone and everyone. I enjoy talking to people and conversing to people.
Sure.
yeah.
But I don't want to carry this
Doesn't want to
further.
be your friend though.
Yeah.
We're not exchanging numbers,
Right. Yes. Like
But
none of
see,
that.
I used to be my desire to even do that is like gone down where it's like I could be small talking with this guy, but I don't really want to.
No. Not small talk. Tiny talk,
Tiny
mini
talk.
talk, micro talk.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like small talking.
Okay.
I like holding conversations with
How's
people.
that weather?
Mm.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I like having conversations with people, but I don't want to. I'm with Dave. I hate micro talk, tiny talk,
Mhm.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. So with small talk, I hate small talk. I invented tiny talk because small talk can like lead to more to small talk.
Right.
Tiny talk is specifically designed to end the conversation.
Yes.
Specifically.
When you brought this idea to me, I was like, "This is a genius."
So it's not a question. It's usually a statement or it's a very rhetorical question. So my go-to is like Monday, or it's already Wednesday, or like January's almost over, huh? Like stuff like that.
Can you believe it?
That's it. There's no response to that. That's gonna like continue the conversation. It's literally just like I'm gonna be polite to you and say something like,
Hey,
it's that time of year, huh? Yep. All right. See ya. I don't like that.
Speaking of that,
conversation.
have you ever heard the like when somebody's trying to end a conversation when you've heard like that's crazy like 3 times?
like
That's when you know you
crazy.
got to pick that up. Like, oh, okay, they're not interested
Yeah.
at all in the story.
That's crazy.
What do you guys have a equivalent to? That's crazy. Or
My tiny talk,
Mm.
like my thing is when I like I have to, if I have to say something to someone, like I'm walking through the door, I say howdy because it's not really used a whole lot
Who are you,
anymore.
Mm.
Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, howdy.
There's a
And
snake
then-
in my
and
boots.
And they're just like, hi, and I just keep walking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
if someone answers, like asks me a question or something, I'm like, mm-hmm,
Yeah. There you go.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's it.
There you
Because
go.
I'm with Dave. Like, don't want to talk to you, dude.
My again, it's just the time of the day, time of the week, time of the year, time of the month. Those are easy ones, and it literally doesn't matter. You can just adjust it slightly, and you can get it. So it's like, I said, like, oh, January's almost over already. Like it's almost Christmas, or summer's
is-
here already. You know, it's so easy.
They've started the
So
conversation, and
No, it's just like, yeah, exactly.
You're in an
yes.
elevator.
You're in the elevator. Like, hey, how are you? Like, we're good.
it's quiet. Somebody has to say something.
Hey,
Almost Friday, huh? Yep.
what would you rather do? Would you rather have small talk with someone on an elevator ride, or everyone's facing this way in the elevator and one guy turns around and stares right at you the whole ride, but doesn't say a thing? He's just standing backwards
That
on the
guy's
elevator.
mentally unstable.
Which would you choose? Small talk or silence?
Stared at me. Silence.
Give me silence,
Yes.
dude. Give me
Yeah,
silence.
for
Are
sure.
you the guy in an Uber where you're talking to the driver and
It
finding out
depends.
where he's from and
It depends. Are we in a different town and I'm with my wife and we're having some drinks and we're going to have some dinner?
Ah,
Yeah, dude. Hey,
yeah.
turn that. Hey, let me get the aux cord, which
Mhm.
also doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
like
Yeah.
stuff like that.
yeah,
Yes,
sure.
but like other than that, get it. Request, please. I don't take a whole lot of Ubers.
So if you're in
but yeah,
town and you need a ride to the airport from an Uber or
don't
something,
talk to me. Also, don't talk to me unless I ask you a question.
Dang,
Unless I talk to you,
dang.
Mm.
like, hey, thanks for picking me up. What's up, man? But it's like, dude, it's like a taxi.
Mm.
Is how I feel it. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
for sure.
this is a good.
Well, gentlemen, I think it's some good stuff here. We're
Great
going on
stuff.
2 hours, so I think it's
Great
time
stuff.
to wrap it up.
It's all right.
Episode 7's in the books. We'll be back next time.
Was that a premature clap?
Yeah.
Now I'm seeing where the hymns commercials
I
are
just
coming
like-
from, dude. Hims is all over,
Premature
dude.
clap.
Where's my
Leave your
camera?
headset on.
Don't take that.
What happened?
Whenever I'm editing it, like signing out, everybody's like, it's like we're at the end of practice.
Not everybody. Not everybody. Not me.
Yes.
Check tape.
I'll check the tape.
Check tape.
It's like we're at the end
Cap?
of practice.
No
It's
cap?
like we're at the end of practice,
All cap.
and we can't. I mean, have like
Yeah,
a
right,
2-minute conversation, and
Cap.
all the kids taking off their helmets and their jerseys and everything.
Anytime
Does it
you try to
finish it?
close it down, I'm on one knee, not a butt, water bottle down, eyes locked, full heart, can't lose, dude. Hayner's the one over there trying to unclip his deals, trying to get his chin strap undone.
I was trying to give Dave some water.
All right, lazy doggers.
All right.
We appreciate you.
See ya. See you next time.
Ow!